Who in the hell came up with words? Oh! Today I'm about to discuss with you an issue that's been on my mind, well, since I was like born. If you just think about it, like we use our words every day of our lives, right? We refer to things as they are. This is a telephone, this is a roll of tape, this is a hole puncher. Yeah, whatever. Like, who is the fucker that decided to call this a pencil? Like, the day someone just came up with the English language, did they just look at like what is around me? Like, everything. Did they have a vote? Did they vote? Like, I sure as hell was not involved in this vote. Like, I wanted to call this something else. I'm gonna name you Stapler. But, like, who comes up with that? It's so weird. And then, like, when they made up these words, they had to have made up the letters, right? Like, who came up with the word letter? Letter. Hey, that's a letter. Z. I would have not come up with any of, like, I would have not come up with any of that. Actually, you know what? Chinese letters actually make a little more sense. Like look at that. Someone tell me if that's a real thing, but I just kind of scribbled on a piece of paper. I would have probably made a letter like this, to be honest with you. Back in the day, I would have just been like drawing random shit, just like, yeah, that looks about right, that looks about right. And then I would have came up with that. That's a legit letter. Other languages, it was just like, there was one language, someone started that language, and then some people were like, fuck that shit, I'm gonna make my own. I don't know, whoever made up the Chinese was on some next shit, like. And then they all just got into little groups, huddled up, and like started babbling a bunch of shit and pretending to understand. And then through pretending to understand each other, they actually over time began to understand each other. Silent letters. What is the point of putting a letter in front of a word if you're not gonna use it? That's just more work for me when I gotta write something. I gotta put in a word that I don't even fucking use. The word no. Who decided to put the K there? Huh? I would have spelled no like that, and the word now like that. Now. If you're gonna pronounce one letter in two different ways, you might as well just make two different letters, or just make a combination of letters that make that sound. Don't just put a fucking letter you're not gonna use, like bomb. It should be B-O-M, but there's a B in there. Why did they put the B in there? Like, it's just things like this that like make me question my existence. Why is that letter there? When I was learning how to speak, my mom just said, it's just like that. They're like, yeah, it's just like that, just accept it. What is that, man? Like, so let's just recap everything. Who in the hell came up with letters and sounds to match up with letters, to create words, to be given to things that people just name shit? Like, I will just start calling, I'm gonna call this a chumpa. I just made that word up right now, but you know what? Someone could have very well just been like, use a chumpa. What's a chumpa? This is a chumpa. But like, it sounds weird because this is a coaster. But why is this a coaster? Is it coastin'? Actually, yeah, it's like coasts right there. But I want this to be a chumpa. This is a chumpa from now on. I will spell chumpa like that. And you know where that G comes from? Nowhere, just because I decided to put it there. It's a silent letter. Who saw Django Unchained? I saw Django Unchained yesterday. Everyone's just gonna be mixed up, you know what I'm saying? Like, you spell it with a D. If I didn't know you, I'm gonna say Django. Hey, Django.
Django. The D is silent.
If your name's Django, it's Django. Don't put the fucking D there. God. I think I just realized that, like, I just wanted to get that out there, but I can't do anything about it, so, I think I'm just sad now more than anything. Yeah. I'm still mad though, like, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't know, I guess I'm just gonna accept it. Yeah, okay, I think I'm done. Yeah. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you also agreed with me and just actually thought about it for a second. Guys, remember to put down in the comments a line that you want me to say at the end of an episode. That's what I'm going to start doing. At the end of every episode, I'm going to take one of the lines that you guys put. It's a funny line. I'm going to just say it at the end of my video, and I'm going to put your name right up there. And if you're lucky, it'll be there. See you guys next week. Yeah. Do you even lift?
I'm rolling up some tags, only got $20 in my pocket.
How do you even say Chinese in Chinese? Is that how you say Chinese? Do you say Chinese? Chinese.
got a big cock. I'm just pumped. I bought some shit from a thrift shop.